Hey guys, Mitsu here. Welcome back to another episode of Mock Battles. Today we're going to have a look at DarkCobalt's defense. It's his anima defense, and I think, three separate, well, let's say 2.5 separate solutions because two of them are basically the same, just with different units. So let's just first have a look at it. Where do I see the main problem? Well, the main problem is here. On the one way to phrase it is that the Hardy Baron unit on this map, Ophelia, is vulnerable. I can get to her here rather easily with a positioning skill and get a unit here. And then the question is, can Celica take them out? Sometimes she can, sometimes she can't. It depends, right? And that's the danger. And then you would think, well, but Edelgard is going to follow up, right? No, why? Edelgard is not in range to this spot here. Where does she move? She targets the unit she does the most damage to if she is not in range. She doesn't move to the nearest unit. So if I put a red here, which I would want because Celica is going to be the one attacking, and, Azura doesn't do much damage anyhow, what happens? Well, say I have Naga down here. Edelgard follows Naga. By the way, the same thing happens to Celica. She follows too. And then she gets danced at that spot, and then since Duma moves down here, after getting danced by Mirabilis, she cannot move into this spot here, she cannot attack this side at all, and what happens instead then is that she draws back Duma and is stuck in that corner up there. So the left side, if I bait Edelgard in with Naga, is actually vulnerable. And then I can have like Altina supported with Naga behind. Altina is just in range of Celica, and Edelgard only hits once, and Altina can, double on the first hit, and on the second hit, her vantage hits, so she hits 4 times effectively against Edelgard, and Edelgard dies. So, yeah, that doesn't work, actually. Another one is on this side here. So that was the option where, the option I just discussed is where I bait. I can do that with my Selkie. I can bait Ophelia. Selkie survives Ophelia's, actually. And yeah, then Edelgard moves there, and so she doesn't actually initiate on Selkie, and Selkie is safe after that. You can do that read, actually, because you know, predictably, who Celica is going to follow. Not Selkie, because she does less damage. Not Ranulf, because she does less damage than against Naga. They all want to follow Naga. This is, by the way, another reason why I, generally speaking, recommend people give Naga life and death. It makes her weak. Why do you want her to be weak? Because you have predictably a unit that the AI will follow. That's very, very useful. Okay, so that's the kind of, the one way to do it is to draw all the units onto this side and then, take them out one by one because they're all greens. There's a dragon, there's a, an Altina with dragon effectiveness buff through Naga can take all of them. And yeah, then the only one who's left is Mirabilis, and it's a matter of getting 2 pots. The other option is putting in a fast red or something like that here, which can then, take out Ophelia and take out Celica, and doesn't get enough damage from Azura or vantages Azura. I have 2 options there. I have Young Sita and I have Bonus Sayri. Both of them work. So that's just to show, the bonus unit is a solution to this, and also at the same time, what's it called? A regular unit I run. So both of them work. And yeah, let's just go through the solution so you see what I mean. So I'll first do my Young Sita clear. I hope I get it right on the first try. So how did I do it? I think I did it like this, right? Yeah. So the key to this clear is, well, you'll see it when we get to it.
For Dane,
I will wait for the bull tower to hit, because, well, that just makes it easier to clear out Ophelia, which even then isn't a problem because, as you can see, right, Micaiah is debuffing them, and yeah, that's no issue. Now here on the left, we're going to start making the I want to follow Naga because she has pretty poor defenses due to life and death, and yeah, in that way then, Naga is the one they're going to follow. And I don't have to worry about Young Sita or, other units getting into trouble so much. Here is turn 3, we move up Altina here, we repo in young Sita, we do this, and we should be fine. I could probably even take out this, if I remember correctly, so that the Bull Tower doesn't even proc. And Celica still has the speed debuff, so she doesn't double. As you can see, young Sita can take out on retaliation. And yeah, we can start clearing the map out, basically. Yep, and I do believe she does enough damage to take out, but it's not a problem either because we can just smite up and then kill, right? So either way, that is my first clear. Now, the second clear, just to show that it also works with Sayri. I'm going to use the same team, but I could even use the mage team if I wanted. The Sayri strat works with most teams. It's just a bit more difficult to time it right and everything. The only one it doesn't work with is my double Altina teams, because then actually I don't have chill speed. And then, as a matter of fact, since I have a minus speed Sayri, she is not fast enough in order to avoid Celica's double, I think, right? Because she has 41 speed, what is that, 47 speed, 57 speed, and I think Celica then reaches plus 5, plus 7, plus 12, plus 16, actually 57, so why is she even faster? Actually not sure, but I do remember that in one of the replays it didn't work. Why was that? Maybe a chill speed or something somewhere. Oh well, I'm not quite sure why that was. But I know it definitely works with this team. That's all that matters. So back to this team we go, and we do the same exact thing on the left-hand side because that's really the best way to solve the left-hand side. Is in that way. And yep, let's just do this.
I see.
With utter certainty. It will be done. Consider it done.
Of course.
And one thing I've just noticed, it could probably even take out Celica on this turn by just doing this, and there would be basically no reason for worry. But, well, doesn't matter. We can just wait. And who's going to get danced? It's not going to be... I'll just do this because I'm not quite sure if Ada would move and follow. I mean, she should follow Naga, so it should be fine, but still. Yep, we see. And she follows Naga, as I thought.
I see. Let's.
Yep. And as you can see, the clear is basically the same in kind as the last one I did. It's exact same clear, basically. And then we'll do one last one, which is this here. Now, I hope I get it on the first try, because this one just needs a bit more thought. I mean, again, same logic on the left. This is really crucial. I mean, this play here is, if somebody does the read, this play here is a really big number on you. It does a really big number on you, and you should consider how to counter it. Something I can consider, though.
Let's go then.
I could get her healed if I wanted, but I don't need to, if I remember correctly.
With utter certainty.
Here we go.
So we do that, right? And again, you see, in comes Ophelia. She does her attack. Selkie can take it because she has res-based damage reduction. And now... Yep. She cannot move in any spot, as you can see, in order to attack. So instead, she repos. And now here's the lovely thing. I can take out this. She doesn't worry about what's her name? Azura. Azura can't do anything to Selkie. I mean, yeah, you can see, right? there's no way she does anything. And then you have Duma, who's going to come in, danced by Mirabilis, and come in. Celica's going to attack, but she's not going to do enough. And Edelgard Guard, I think, is going to be the first one to attack because she does the most. And after that, we're in vantage range. So, yep. As you can see, after that, we basically clear the whole map. So,
Let's go then.
Consider it done.
Yes. It will be done.
You have my trust.
and there we can take
With
her out.
utter certainty.
So, things to change. What would I change? I mean, the first thing I would consider is, do you want Duma danced? If you don't give him an assist, he will move first, and then he will get danced, right? And by Mirabilis, because the dance is prioritized over this unit's movement. If a dancer has an open target, they will try to dance it. And so you can play around with the movement order by playing around with the assists, okay? Pivot, I understand, it's probably in order to make Edelgard move over here in case the weakest unit is on this side. But you just have to understand that if you have a good offense player, they can read that. They can read who Edelgard is going to follow. Like, I could immediately see, I can just bait Edelgard to this corner here by putting Naga there. And Edelgard is difficult on defense for that reason. It is very predictable who she is going to follow. So, yeah, just something to keep in mind if you're going to use an Edelgard. And you do want her to cover one side also, make sure that, you know, that the one side isn't, like, completely neutered. I mean, on this side, I see it because Azura can dance, right, if she pivots across here, but on this side over here, she becomes a dead weight, unfortunately. Other things, right, again, Celica. Either don't give her assist, or don't give her an assist would be my recommendation. She wouldn't, I don't think she would rally, I would have to check again, but I doubt she would rally Edelgard because she's not in range of any unit. She would just wait until the end in order to rally, and then you don't want that either. So the best thing to do, most likely, is to give Celica no assist, and then check out in your test defenses how she moves then. Give Duma some assist, like a pivot, I don't know, drawback, whatever you prefer. I'm not really sure how the units would move in that case, but give him some assist in order to change their movement order. You want Celica to move first, so that she then has an option to attack down here, I would say. The others are less interesting, in my opinion, as attackers, or as first movers, rather, because they just don't move far enough. Edelgard would be interesting, but she cannot get danced because she has 2 movement and Mirabilis has 2 movement too. If you had a race in here, it would be a different matter. Duma isn't interesting because he doesn't have armored boots, so he cannot move far enough in order to actually attack, and even if he could attack, he doesn't do enough damage, and Naga buffed Altina will take him out. So, you know, this left side is the real liability, in my opinion, is because and it also then impacts the right side, in that since the left side is so easy to kind of pull apart, I can bait Ophelia on the right and then bait everybody else with Naga, since your 2 main threats other than Ophelia will always follow Naga. So that's just something to keep in mind for your defense. How you play around with this is a bit of your choice. I definitely recommend playing around with the slot order a bit, and considering how to make sure that if somebody baits both of your strong green nukes with Naga, how you manage to punish them for that, because that's something you have to do. So I think that covers, well, yeah. Of course, you still have time, right, until your defense fort is at full level, but I hope that covers some of the ground of how to what would you say? How to make this defense better. Oh, and another thing, I would definitely recommend Maybe. I'm not sure to which extent ranged units attack here. I do think they would. Definitely in water season, a leaf would come in here, I would guess. But you saw, I could put a melee unit here, and currently we have a very fast sword unit, and yeah, maybe cover that. I'm not sure what kind of defenses you've gotten, if that's something you frequently see, but it is a weakness you have to be aware of. Over here, I can easily move in with a melee unit, I can easily take out the biggest threat with the Hardy Bearing Ophelia, and if I can take Celica and Azura, or like say I have a dual build, like my Merida in Light Season, which is a Gale Force distant counter one, right? If she moved in, she would double Ophelia easy, she would proc Gale Force because she doesn't do enough damage in order to one-shot her, then she can take out Celica, and then she's back here, she's out of Edelgard's range, only Azura can attack, Azura doesn't do enough damage, and then, you know, the rest follows. I'm only left with these 4 units who are all very easy to take out with the kind of mythics and stuff we have in this season. So that's my feedback to you. I hope you found it helpful. And to everybody else, if you want to be a part of the mock battle series, I will add a link to Tacho's Discord server. Ask me in there for a mock battle, send me your in-game name, your friend code, and I'll put you on the list. And, you know, we can just have a chat. It's a more relaxed server, I'd say, so we're not, like, super competitive or anything, or, you know, forcing people to pick the most top-tier units, whatnot. We're there to have fun, have a nice chat, so if that sounds like something you would like, come join us. It's a lot of fun. And then I might see you in there, and do send me a friend request if you do want to be mock battled. I will see you guys in the regular AR video of today. Take care. Bye.